The biker clubhouse sat on the edge of a quiet highway outside Lubbock, Texas, a low concrete building surrounded by parked Harleys and the smell of gasoline and old smoke. Inside, heavy boots thudded against the wooden floor, country rock blasted from a speaker, and rough laughter filled the room. For outsiders, this place was off-limits. For locals, it was a rumor they didn't dare talk about. That afternoon, the steel door creaked open in a way that made several heads turn. Standing in the doorway was a 9-year-old boy, skinny, nervous, and holding a small brown delivery box almost as big as his chest. His sneakers were dusty, his school backpack still hanging from one shoulder. The music stopped. A tall biker with a gray beard smirked. "Hey, kid," he said, taking a slow step forward. "You lost." The room erupted in laughter. Another biker revved his engine just to scare him. The boy swallowed hard but didn't run. His name was Ethan, and his mom had taught him one thing clearly: stay calm, no matter who's watching. "I'm here to deliver a package," Ethan said softly, reading from the label. "For the clubhouse." One biker snatched the box from his hands and shook it. "What is this? A bomb?" More laughter followed. Ethan's hands trembled, but his eyes drifted upward, scanning the dark ceiling corners like he was looking for something important. That's when he said it. "There's a camera up there." The words weren't loud, they weren't threatening, but they landed like thunder. Every biker froze. The bearded man slowly turned his head and followed the boy's gaze. In the far corner near an exposed beam, hidden behind a dusty ventilation pipe, a tiny red light blinked, once, twice. The laughter died instantly. "Kid," the leader said carefully, "what camera?" Ethan pointed again. "That one, and there's another by the back exit. My mom installs them. She showed me how to spot them." A tense silence swallowed the room. Chairs stopped creaking. Someone lowered their drink. A few bikers exchanged uneasy looks. This clubhouse had always been their safe zone, or so they thought. "My mom works for a security company in Dallas," Ethan continued, his voice shaking now but steady enough to be heard. "The city hired them after complaints. She said they don't tell people where all the cameras are." The leader clenched his jaw. Just last week there had been rumors, anonymous tips, unmarked cars driving by at night, strange interference with phone signals. They had ignored it. "Does it record?" another biker asked quietly. Ethan nodded. "Video and audio." That single sentence changed everything. The man with the gray beard stepped back slowly, eyes never leaving the ceiling. For the first time, fear replaced arrogance. This wasn't just a kid who wandered in by mistake. This was a reminder that someone was watching, and had been for a while. Ethan stood there, heart pounding, unaware that with just one honest sentence, he had shaken an entire biker club to its core. The silence inside the clubhouse felt heavier than the engines parked outside. No one laughed now. No one moved. The tiny red light blinking in the corner had become the most powerful thing in the room. The club leader, Raymond "Iron Ray" Cole, slowly removed his sunglasses and tucked them into his vest. He had survived 3 decades on the road, bar fights across 3 states, and men far scarier than a 9-year-old boy. Yet his palms were sweating. "You're saying the city put those in?" Ray asked, his voice low. Ethan nodded. "Yes, sir. My mom said federal funding helped. She said it's because of a possible organized activity." He paused, then added honestly, "She didn't think anyone would notice them so fast." A few bikers cursed under their breath. Another walked to the window and peeked outside, scanning the highway. Everything looked normal, too normal. That's what scared them. "How long they been recording?" someone asked. Ethan shrugged. "A few weeks, I think." That was enough. A few weeks of recorded conversations could destroy everything they had built or hidden. Ray raised his hand, signaling everyone to stay calm. "No phones," he ordered. "Not a word more than necessary." He then surprised everyone by kneeling down in front of Ethan, bringing himself eye level with the boy. "You did your job," Ray said, "and you did us a favor by speaking up." Ethan looked confused. "I didn't mean to get anyone in trouble." Ray gave a slow nod. "Sometimes telling the truth keeps people alive." Outside, a faint wail of sirens drifted through the hot Texas air. Distant, but close enough to be real. Every biker heard it. Every biker understood the warning. Ray stood and turned to his crew. "We shut this down. Now no fights, no noise, we walk away clean." For a moment pride battled fear. Then one by one, heads nodded, jackets were removed, drinks poured out. Anything questionable disappeared into burned barrels behind the building. Ray handed Ethan a folded $20 bill for the delivery. Ethan tried to refuse, but Ray gently pressed it into his hand. "For your courage," he corrected. The boy walked out into the sunlight just as black SUVs turned onto the road down the hill. No lights, no sirens now, just quiet authority. By the time law enforcement reached the clubhouse, it was nearly empty. No arrests, no headlines, just a report that read, "Location abandoned voluntarily." That night, Ethan's mother listened carefully as he told her what happened. She hugged him tightly, realizing how close her son had been to danger and how brave he had been. Years later, former members of that biker club would say the same thing. That the day everything changed wasn't because of the police. It was because a 9-year-old boy looked up, spoke the truth, and refused to be afraid.